The African wildlife is a wide residence for its animals, and in the heart of this wilderness, for a rich diversity of wildlife, it's a perfect habitat for lions. And lions have a majestic residence all over this African kingdom. Unlike other big cats, lions live in social groups and males from strong brotherhood that's known as coalition. Females share blood relations, but what a male lion actually does, it's really profound. They dominate the pride. Their powerful backup, that's mean protection over ensuing threats. Males are not just Goliath. They are furious hunters, merciless defenders, and vicious fighters. But to live as a king, males must go through critical stage in their lives. When the brothers are nomad, they act as a team. But to establish a bloodline of their own, in their bachelor phase, they conquered a great territory by severing its rulers. And after gaining the power, they took control of the pride. They built their own kingdom. But to rule over a significant area is no easy task. Rivals are everywhere, so constant patronization is hard. When new males arrive to a territory, then the greatest threat is to the pride cubs. Their lives depend on their fathers. If the king is dead, catastrophe would be followed. Lion prides go through war and blood. Young nomadic males go ahead through the western region. They are ambitious and their bloodlust is dreadful. That means the pride rulers must fight to the death to save their family. So the kings run to break the invaders. But the brothers have a fresh boost of energy. The kings are beaten. One manages to escape, but the other could not move. The bachelor twists his head, and his canines are tightened to his windpipe. Then the second joins the attack. 1 against 2. That means the king will be ravaged. And the brothers are thirsty for blood. Lions' canine teeth are conical and slightly recurved back towards the skull. They are used to clamp onto the windpipe to strangle the victim to death. And the carnassials with high sharp crowns designed to open the hind jaw and to replace straight from the bone. The attackers jabs his vertebra, sinking deep their canines, trying to break it. They cut through his belly by damaging his genesis. And their 1.5-inch claws that act as a fish hooks jabs his rear sides, making him fatally bloodied. But until the face is still harmed, it can bite or sever the flesh. But their sound attract a herd of buffaloes. Seeing the danger, the invaders move, leaving the victim bloodied and wounded. Then suddenly, a buffalo aggressively stabs him. Lions and buffaloes are blood rivals. They don't tolerate each other. The kings cannot save their family. He is brutally being crushed. With the end of his life, his bloodlines will end. In the never-ending struggle for survival, who lives and who dies, it's never clear-cut. The bushlands of Africa, home to an ambush assassin. The leopard, a mighty feline, savage in its aggression and violence. A female leopard behind the trail of an impala ram. Then she makes a sneaky approach and raids. The ram won't go quiet without a fight. After a vicious struggle and a thorough hold to the windpipe, ends his suffocation. Now she must hide it for high security, as Africa is filled with hungry scavengers. But where their fortune favors, misfortune strikes. Like this male leopard, whose efforts were wasted, and he is still hungry. He waits for the nightfall. The shadow approaches to the hunting fields. The African night is the time for big game hunters. But the male leopard targets a bush rabbit and catches it. But all of a sudden, a stronger and more dominant leopard snatches his meal, leaving him ravenous and desperate. His food has gone. But then he follows his nose, which attracts him to a tree trunk that holds a much bigger food item. The female leopard is eating her impala, unseeing the imminent danger. The male threatens her, but it doesn't work. He then launches a furious attack. He drives the female backward to make her off balance. But to defend herself, he retracts her 2-inch claws to support her 130-pound spoke. She has no clear intention to give up her meal without a brawl. But the male is determined. And finally, his ambition wins the lunch, bullying the opponent with a victorious move. But on the African wild, the smell of a free meal is a fair game. By using the super sense of smell, a pack of spotted hyenas start gathering around the tree. They fiercely like the taste of blood. But the sound and noise of these scavengers get the attention of a much bigger predator. By following the trail of the hyenas, a lioness approaches. But the trouble is, she can also climb tree. She is 3 times bigger and stronger than him. And she believes on her own brawn. The only thing the leopard can do, surrenders himself and makes a pretense of backtracking. Both cats are hungry, but the leopard tries to defend his meal. But his aggression could not match with the lioness. Her fury gets the food. In this race of food, stronger conquer and weaker still hungry. And ultimately, the colossal lioness wins the game of food. The brothers, sisters, and intimates of the wild. Bonds are unbreakable as their child. But when they learn about the throne, become separated and live alone. Cheetah, the speed king of Savannah. They cover maximum distances with their excellent 60 miles per hour velocity. Few sprint animals manage to escape from Speed King. On the African savanna, life is hard. To rule these brutal badlands, male cheetahs depend on their family ties. Female cheetahs are solitary. They spend their quarter of life with their cubs. While males, on the other hand, form coalition with related outcasts or companions. This strategy ensures their chances of survival and power over rival carnivores. These cheetahs in Masai Mara are brothers. They are on the hunt, not prey animals, but love. A female on the horizon gets their attention. She is in stress. It will be a mismatch courtship. One male is enough to her, but there are 5. She moves, but surrounded. One bold brother demonstrates his dominance. He neutralizes his young blood. He tries to seize his enemy. Another subordinate moves in to prevent the attack. Adrenaline increasing their heart rate. No one could match with his stamina. A final third, and the coalition surrenders. The dominant brother terminates his young bloods and wins the female. In the wild, animals fight for dominance. And even when survival is at stake, a friend can become a sworn enemy. In the animal kingdom, when power comes between the blood bonds, dynastic disputes terminates the unity. Kruger National Park, South Africa. The deep bushlands of this wilderness is the kingdom of the leopards. Leopards are literally solitary animals. Every felines of these species have their own living areas. These mighty predators rely on their brawn to hunt for their own, defend against enemies, murder the rivals, anything to the existence. Leopards are loners. Mothers only stay with their cubs for ensure their chances of survival in this merciless wild. Males are unite only for the courtship. But bond between siblings are rare. It often can visualize that bachelor leopards turn infanticide, although with a higher of the same blood. So females viciously protect their young from any threat. During the particular fertilization, this young mom finds her adolescent brother trespassing in her domain. To her own thinking, he could be a blood enemy. The brother surrenders himself to his older sibling. But the female leopard aggressively invades him. The battle armories begin their action. Their fury turned in a violent territorial combat. But most strangely, a second female leopard joins in the battle. She is the mother of these two siblings. Any violent confrontation between leopards are often bloody and even ends in death. In this rare action footage, how she recognized them and why she involves her in the fight is not clear cut. The mother uses her courage and dominance to break off her distracted daughter and terminate the sibling rivalry. The daughter moves with her family and the male joins with his mother.